My name is Cormac Lynch, and Cormac Kevin Lynch, and I'm a sophomore at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill.
Great. How did you first get involved with the Coolidge Foundation?
I went to high school at Thales Academy. Bob Luddy's series of schools that he runs along with other schools of his, and within those school systems he helps run the Luddy Debate League. So that's a part of the Coolidge Foundation, and it also acts as its own qualifier to get to the Coolidge Cup. That's how I met Jared and Rob, and continued to other members of the 1890 Society, which I am now part of, and I've known them ever since.
Great. Can you tell us about some of the experiences you've had in the 1890 Society?
Within the 1890 Society, I've been able to go to some fantastic places where the Coolidge Foundation holds their debates, namely Texas, Dallas, Texas, and up to the Coolidge Cup to help tabulate and run the debate. And that's been quite the experience to have for myself, and I've met some wonderful people along the way.
Great. Can you talk a little bit about the 1890 Society community? Do you stay in touch with your fellow students?
Absolutely. We keep in touch with each other pretty regularly through social media or any form of texting. I go to college, and I am a part of another debate society with a couple of them, so we keep pretty up to date there. I also meet them in events like this, where we meet up for the Coolidge Cup or Coolidge qualifiers within North Carolina, where I'm stationed, so I can see a lot of the people coming through, and we have quite the bond together, because I feel like 1890 members, they go through debate and they go through the Coolidge Foundation, and they understand and appreciate the aspects of debate that really creates a pretty strong connection between all of us. So that's we know each other well, and we share a particular bond.
Great. How has your involvement in the 1890 Society program impacted you?
I have met some of the most fascinating people through the society and the foundation. I've been able to also act as a little bit of a mentor to some people who are maybe just beginning debate and want some little tips here and there. I do my best to be helpful. So I've enjoyed being able to impart some of my debate experience on the further generation of Coolidge debaters.
Great. And what do you admire most about Calvin Coolidge?
I think what I admire most is his distinction between what's societally important and governmentally important. So if you believe, for example, the importance of, what you believe in most important for men are not always important for the good values of government. So you should put your faith in other people, but not always put your faith in government. And I feel like he had a very particular restraint in how he felt the government should conduct its role, which is unique to him.
And now that it's the centennial year of Coolidge's presidency, do you think Coolidge's legacy is still important? And if so, in what ways specifically?
The Coolidge legacy, I think, to me, it's a part of a longer tradition in this country that asks, what is the role of government in our lives? And I don't think Calvin Coolidge started it, but he definitely was a reaction to the opposite end of that debate, which is that after the progressive era, there was a reaction, I think, that pushed at the beginning with Coolidge's involvement in the Boston police strike, where what's good for a particular group of people in public sector unions is not always good for the society as a whole. And Coolidge's reaction to that, and that momentum that pushed him into the national conversation, definitely resulted from his ability to snap back at the progressive ideology and believing that there's a smaller role for government in society than what Americans had previously been accustomed to. So his way of imprinting and being a part of the conversation of government in society, in American society, is definitely one that will outlive him and will continue again and again.
Great. Is there anything else that you want to say about anything you've learned at the conference about Coolidge or
I did not know on the way up here. I also read some bits of what he said. He had tendencies that were a little more liberal, but I feel like at the end he was still a pragmatist who listened for the people around him more than he spoke, and that's an important quality I feel like all Coolidge senators, Coolidge debaters should take away with them, especially in debate. If I've learned anything in my years here, it's that what you hear and what you hear your opponent say or what you hear someone else say is almost always more important than what you will say following their statement. So listen, my favorite phrase is, God gave us two mouths and two ears and one mouth to be used in that proportion.
Exactly.
So I feel like all debaters should have that etched above their doors.